So today is off to a great start so far. It is about 7:45 and we just woke up. I started feeding him his morning feed just slightly later than we usually do it. We usually do it right at 7. I don't know if other mamas experience this, but at night usually it will be really hard for Henry to latch. So I will actually express some out using the haka before feeding him so that he can latch a little bit better. And so I grabbed the haka, but the haka was already almost all the way full. There was about 3 ounces in it and it holds 4 ounces. So it was almost all the way full when I put it on that side. And I was like, let me just get a little bit out. Well, while that was happening and Henry was a bit fussy, he knocked it off. About 2 ounces of milk spilled all over my PJs, all over the bed, and I had to change everything. Yeah, I was very sad about that. That was our unfortunate start to the day, but we're gonna finish our morning feed right now and then kind of ease into my morning devotion. And hopefully the rest of the day goes a little bit better than how it started. Okay, Henry is down for his first nap of the day, which is usually a really short one. So I do as much as I can within his first nap. And so I already made the bed and I fed Kevin. So now I'm going to make some English breakfast tea with some honey and cream and some fiber, which is how I make it every morning. And I started this during pregnancy and I've just been continuing it postpartum because it's a really good routine for me. And then I'm gonna make some breakfast. I try to start the day with a good breakfast. Usually we'll just do some scrambled eggs with spinach and then some toast and maybe some avocado on the toast. That is usually how I start the day. And so I'm gonna make that breakfast real quick. I'm gonna make my tea real quick, and then I'm going to check some emails through all of my email accounts. And once I finish all that, he should be up around 9:30, ready for his second feed. Okay, I made breakfast and tea and I took my supplements and then I checked my emails and just responded to a couple. I am supposed to be on maternity leave, but it is definitely difficult when you have your own client base. So with my job, all of my clients are my personal individual clients. So when different emails or requests come through, it is very hard for me to delegate those out, especially if they're smaller tasks. So basically my rule of thumb, because I do have someone taking over larger tasks and meetings for me, but basically my rule of thumb is if a request comes through and I can do it in under 15 minutes, I go ahead and do it because it's going to take me longer to delegate that task, which has been working pretty well so far. But as of right now, a bunch of 15-minute tasks have kind of added up. So I have quite a few of those to do that I'm hoping to get to today. So I'm just going to kind of filter those in. Right now, little baby Henry is due for his next feeding. So I'm going to go get him up from his nap. So I just put Henry down for his second nap of the day. I am going to hop in the shower real quick with the baby monitor in sight, and then I am going to go downstairs and try to get a few of those scripts written. So we'll see how much we can get done. He isn't fully asleep right now. He's just sucking on his passy with his eyes kind of drooping. So I may have to pop in there a few times to soothe him to sleep just a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see if he goes to sleep easy or hard for the second nap. So yeah, but I am always so grateful for the moments I have to myself to shower. So I am going to go enjoy the luxury of that experience. Okay, so it is now 1 o'clock. This is the outfit for the day. We have our mom jeans going on from Target. Our husband's shirt because none of mine fit well anymore And freshly showered hair with very minimal makeup. So this is pretty much the look today. So my husband came home briefly for lunch on his lunch break, and he brought me a croissant from work, which was so sweet of him. And at noon, I gave Henry his third feed of the day. Yes, third feed of the day. And I just put him down for his next nap, which he has his passy in his crib. He's a little fussy still, but he was falling asleep on me. So I know he's gonna go to sleep in just a second here. So I am going to make myself some lunch. I did finish 2 of the work tasks that I wanted to get done during that last lunch break. So I wrote a commercial and submitted a production order for it. And then I wrote another commercial and submitted a production order for that one too. So I got that done, which I feel really good about. I mostly want to finish the digital report. If I can pull that right now in this next nap time, I will feel pretty good about those tasks and getting that done. This is more of a heavy work day than typical because I am supposed to be on maternity leave, but today, like I said, a lot of tasks just kind of started piling up. And so I just needed to focus on that today to get that done, but I'm going to make lunch right now. I may have to pop in to Henry's room to help rock him to sleep because he is kind of settling a little bit, but then he gets fussy and then he settles and then he fusses. And so he might end up getting himself to sleep, but I may have to help him along. So we'll see how he's doing on the baby monitor while I'm making lunch and help him out if needed. So little guy was not having it in his crib. They usually try to stick it out for the duration of the nap in there, but he was being really sad. So we're hanging out. We're hanging out down here. He said, Mama, I'm not sleepy. Oh, I'm not sleepy, Mom. I just want to stare at things. Okay, it is now 4 o'clock. Paul is helping out with Henry, putting him back to bed, and he just got home from work. So I am going to get started on dinner. Today is one of the first days I'm actually cooking dinner since having the baby. Usually it's just been super quick things, but today I am making jambalaya from a paleo cookbook that we have. So I'm really excited because it's a new recipe. I haven't made it before, and I really do enjoy cooking time. It's a good way to kind of unplug and focus on a task that involves the use of your hands. So it is really, really nice. So I'm gonna do that now. I definitely need to clean the kitchen first though, but yeah, I'm gonna make dinner and enjoy that in a second. So it is 7:30 and we are starting to wind down. We're doing Henry's last feed of the night, although we do a kind of system where we have a bottle ready for him and we do like a bottle top off. So if he is being fussy while we're trying to put him down for bed after kind of his night routine, which consists of a bubble bath, reading him a bedtime story, changing him, burping him, feeding him. After we do all of that and try to set him down, if he's still a bit fussy or he isn't wanting to go down, then we give him some milk from a bottle, and that usually makes sure that his belly is nice and full and it puts him right to sleep, and then he sleeps for a good long stretch. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna kind of initiate that routine right now. Usually ends up doing 2 nightly feeds, one around 2 a.m. and one around 5 a.m. So that is his usual routine, but I don't force a wake up in the middle of the night because he always wakes up himself. So I figure that once he's ready to sleep longer, he will, but he's really good about waking himself up. I haven't had to force wake him up at all. So that's what we're gonna do.